as we load in, I just want to talk about something real fast. I'm really sorry for all the cuts and footage lost due to the fact that I'm playing on Bedrock. The reason that so much footage gets corrupted is I'm playing on PlayStation and they don't have the best clipping system. When I say clipping, I mean a video or a clip. So this is one case where that footage has corrupted. You can see I did get 2 dried gas and went ahead and put them in some water. There are a few more times in this video where that happens, so I want to go ahead and apologize for that. Here you can also see that I put down a base for a new building. That footage also did get corrupted at the same time as the footage that got corrupted when I got the happy gas. Well, no, not the happy gas. They turned into happy gas, but they're not happy gas right now. The dried gas, I should say. So I just want to go through and say sorry, but let's go ahead and get with today's plan. So real quick, I just want to go and try to make a bigger cage for these dried gas, so when they grow up, even if I'm not there, they won't suffocate. I'm hoping to get some leads by then, so I can just attach them to a fence, but this will have to do for now. Later, though, the main focus of this episode is going to be building a nether house. Not really just the portal. It's just a nether-themed house that the portal is going to go into. And like I said, that's probably the main portion of this video, but I'm sure we'll also do some other stuff. This section of the video is pretty boring, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up. See here, I ran out of fences, so I had to craft more, and I'm really close to running out of spruce logs. So, maybe in one of the next few videos, we're gonna probably get some more resources. But here you can see I'm also digging at the bottom, just because I don't really know how big a happy gas hitbox is. So I got that done. I don't think I don't have enough wood. I had enough wood to make this, so I think what I ended up doing was just making the roof out of dirt. Yeah, it just doesn't really, it's not really used, so I don't really mind making this out of dirt. I'm also going to remove this glass because, the whole reason I'm making this is so that the gas don't suffocate when they die. But yeah, so I'm going to break the glass, and then I'm going to just finish placing in this dirt. So now that that's finished up, I think we're going to go ahead and start making the main build of the video. I always do that. I always click on that sign. I don't know why. But like I said, we're going to make a nether-themed house. But first, I want to just walk through the process of texturing these walls. So, as you saw earlier in the video, I already made the wall, but what I'm going to do now is actually texture it with the deep slate, cobblestone. Well, no, cobblestone's already there. The deep slate, the tuff, the stone, and the andesite. So, what I'm going to do is start with the deep slate at the bottom, and then the tuff goes next, and then the cobblestone, and then the andesite, and then the stone. I do know that the andesite is a little bit lighter than the stone, but I think just the texture makes it blend better. So I'm going to go ahead and remove some stuff here at the bottom, and at the bottom level is where I'm going to be placing in this deep slate. So I'm going to go ahead and speed these processes up. Here you will see that the gradient gets a lot bigger because the walls get bigger in that corner section there. But yeah, I'm just going in with some deep slate. Here again, be a little taller in some sections. And now I'm going to put in some tuff. It is a very good transition, but as you can see in the other retaining wall, I did end up putting in some wood. That is the new wood, being the... Why can I not remember now? Oh my god, I'm flatlining. Not flatlining, that would mean I was dying. Just the pale oak wood. Thank you. Why could I not think of that? I don't know. But I'm going to spot in just some pale oak wood right here. So just place it like in between the tuff and the cobbled deep slate. I think it fits really well. Just as a like different, what is it called? I cannot think of any words today. It's like a blend. Yeah, it's a blend between the two. So I think just adding a few of those looks good. So next up is the andesite and then the stone at the top. So what I'm going to do is just place in some andesite and then just mix the stone and andesite really. I'm not going to really do much of a gradient. Some of the andesite's going to be at the top, but most of it's going to be at the bottom. It's getting dark. I want to take a minute, just pause off the wall building because the happy gas hatched. Well, the dry gas hatched into happy gas. Let's see if you can get a good view through the fence. There you go. So they are really cute, and I'm happy that I got them. But I think I'm going to go ahead and finish up these walls. So, like I was saying, we just going to mix in some andesite and stone with the cobblestone. The cobblestone is still going to stay in just a few spots because it is a good thing. But here you can see, yeah, my footage did corrupted. My footage did corrupted. That's not a word. My footage did corrupt. But, yeah, I finished off the wall, and as you can see, well, actually, I guess you can't see. Now you can see. It looks pretty good. All stones on there. But here is where I'm going to go ahead and start building the thing. The reason I was in the nether, you just saw me coming out, was so I could get some basalt. Wait, I could have sworn you could put basalt into more than just polished basalt, but I guess not. So I think we're just going to hit into a montage and go ahead and get this build built. So I think I'm just going to talk about something real fast while we're getting the materials for the roof and obviously the siding. So what I wanted to talk about is I don't have replay mod, seeing as I play on Bedrock, obviously, which, if you don't know, replay mod is what lets YouTubers actually make time lapses. And I really wish Bedrock had it, but they don't. So I have to use these montages, which I use background music as Minecraft music discs. I've used the other side like twice. I've used Pigstep, I've used Creator, and then I just used Cat, I think it was. But if you comment your favorite Minecraft music disc, I'll try to add that as the next background music for the montage. Also, just real quick, want to thank everybody who is subscribed. I don't have very many, only 30, but I just want to thank you for supporting the channel and being there. This channel would not be a thing without you. I don't get paid, but it's the viewers that get me going, keep me going. So I just want to say thank you. Back to the video. So you can see here that I used bone blocks for the walls. I think they look pretty good. Obviously you can find them in the overworld, but they're really rare and pretty common in the nether, so I went ahead and used those. And also, some of the blocks in this build are also going to be from the overworld, like these deep slate tiles. I don't have any black stone, so I'm just using these. But, yeah, so just wanted to get a real quick checkup. Not checkup, that's what you go for doctors. I just want to real quick check in. Yeah, just to show you the building process I'm going through right now. Just a heads up, since I am voice recording this over the footage, like it's not actual live footage, there is one other case where the footage corrupts in this video, and that's while I'm building the roof, gathering the materials for the roof. I promise I didn't cheat, so please don't say anything in the comments. Also, I could have sworn you could break nether portals with water, but I guess that's only in Java. But, so, yeah, that's kind of sad. But I got the portal replaced. I did it off camera because you obviously don't want to watch that. It's really boring. I mean, if you want to watch it, leave a comment and I can put the whole video down. But I just cut to a view, not a view. Well, yeah, I guess a view. I could say that. Cut to a view of me getting leads from llamas. So really, this whole cage was worth nothing because I'm just gonna take the happy gas out of them and just attach them on a lead to the siding. But I guess it was helpful for a little bit. But here you can see that the footage did corrupt, but this is the color palette of the build. I do end up switching it around here. So instead of the planks being on the end, it's in between the, concrete and the logs. I also have concrete powder in here. That might be a little bit of a hassle due to having to put string in, but I think we're gonna go ahead and get into building this roof. So I was wrong. This is actually the last time where footage gets corrupted in this video. Again, I am sorry. I am playing on Bedrock. There is no real good way to clip the things, but I did get this roof finished. Well, I thought I had the roof finished. I was looking at it for a minute, and it looked to be off. And I was right. Eventually, I figured out the problem. There was an extra bone, or a missing bone block, so as you can see, the heavy gas isn't all grown up. I've got a harness on it, but I use this to go ahead and get a good view of the building. Here you can see a better view of the building and a view of what I did wrong. So there is a too long roof on the top where it should be one. So here I'm going to just replace this real fast. I say replace here. I'm going to replace this as in I'm saying this as I'm recording it. As we all know, I'm not. I'm voicing this over. If you all want me to find a way to have live commentary, please comment down below a way to do that. Or if you want me to do that, it'd be very helpful. But as you can see, there were 2 bone blocks missing. Well, not 2. I have 2 in my inventory. I had to go get more, but there were like 3 or 4 bone blocks missing, so this layer was a 2 top, like I said, when it really needed to be a 1. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and then I'll show you when I'm done. So here you can see I didn't do what I just said I was going to. I thought I was going to, but I ended up not. So yeah, I'm really new to this type of stuff, so just hang with me. So here you can see I fixed the roof and ended up putting back in the concrete powder. The string did end up getting pretty annoying, but I was able to work it out, and in the end it ended up looking pretty good. So as the gradient goes from the logs to the planks to the concrete powder, it does get a little bit difficult because here you can see I have to jump over and then I have to get on the roof to place the string, but I end up getting it done. So, but here you can see I run out of concrete and there's still this little gap. Luckily, I end up having some extra in my storage room that we finished off in the last episode. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and watch that. But this is nearing the end of the video, so I just want to say if you've watched this far, make sure to leave a like, and if you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it, and it helps the channel out a ton. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. I'll cut the video to a picture of the final product, but have a good one. See ya.